Is South Korea's crypto craze making a comeback? Groundbreaking partnerships, and watch as Decentralized TV returns to talk on Icon's past, present, and future. Coming up on iconTV.
Mineable presents iconTV.
Hi, this is David from P-Rep Team Mineable. Make sure you subscribe and click on the bell so you don't miss any new videos. When it comes to Icon, adoption is the name of the game. Icon has just signed with the largest human resources company in Korea, who hopes to run all their employee records on Icon's blockchain. Cereman is the #1 player in the job recruitment market. This is significant news for Icon's public blockchain. These kinds of partnerships will create a lot more transaction fees and real-life adoption for ICX. It's one small step closer to global adoption and one giant leap forward for digital identity. While several news outlets were struggling to piece together the cause for Icon's sudden rise, ICX kept breaking walls and exploded over 500% in just 3 weeks. During the last bull market, South Korean investors had a huge influence in dictating the ups and downs of the cryptocurrency market. So could Icon's recent rise mean that Korean investors are itching to get back in the markets once again? Back in Korea, the picture becomes more clear. Local news outlets are reporting that Icon Loop's latest nationwide television push is the main cause of the price increase. That, paired with Upbit, one of the largest Korean exchanges, being cleared from charges, may have reminded Koreans about cryptocurrencies. And ICX, being the largest crypto project in South Korea, it makes sense that it would be leading the way for a crypto market comeback. If you're a longtime iconist, the name Decentralized TV might ring a bell. In an interview with Corey from UB Capital, Decentralized TV returns to talk on Icon's past, present, and future. So is Peter still bullish on Icon? Let's find out.
It's been great to watch that as they've grown, because as some of you guys might remember out there, I was one of the first people, I was the first person to go out and seek out Min Kim and get in contact with them because I was so passionate about this idea. I did my own diligence. I wrote it up in a blog, talked about everything that I did in research. I had videos on it, and I interviewed him, and then I met him in person multiple times. I think Min Kim has matured a lot. Has not only matured in terms of his marketing prowess and his marketing expansion, he's built communities. Right, he's built P-Reps. He's built them in different localizations, different geographies, different countries. And what he's done is the more sustainable thing, not only for his company, not only for the idea, but for the sustainability of it in the market. And so, building community was the right way to do it. I think, like many leaders do, he wrestles with making good decisions for the greater good at sometimes the cost of the short term. And that, I think that is one of those things that only a great visionary and a great leader can really have. Icon as an organization is following a very similar trajectory in terms of the trueness of what decentralization means and how it actually works. And Bitcoin proved that the decentralized model is a model that works for governance, for decision-making, for representation, right? It's shown that it works at scale, mostly because of the voluntarism and participation of individuals who believe that this technology is valuable. And so what Icon has done is very similar in that trajectory. They have found people, pockets of individuals, which will continue to grow and span via the community mechanisms of outreach, right? And those will keep Icon and the foundation and the growth trajectory, the long-term trajectory. It will continue them growing because it's not a single entity trying to push the train uphill. It is a community, decentralized community. And Icon is proving that decentralization works. There's a lot of value in being a network provider. And so Icon is choosing strategically what I believe is the longer and harder route, but it's the more sustainable and expansible route to be a hub where as a hub, you become as a linchpin in a system that can never be removed. So Amazon has now firmly establish itself in the Western Hemisphere, its network effect, and being a hub. You can't get around Amazon anymore. If you're out in the Far East, it's Alibaba or one of those other systems, right? It's if Icon continues to be a networker and an integrator of networks and an integrator of multiple systems, then they will survive the long winters, right? They will survive those long winters and they will succeed in the long run. Digital identity should be, I believe, a front-running issue for consumers of any type. If it actually is valid and it actually is useful, which is a really, really key metric, if it's actually useful, then toolkits and tools will be built for consumers to leverage that technology. And so that's what I'm excited about in the next phases and the next days of Icon. There's more happening behind the scenes. There are. So I was maybe spilling the beans, but I was over in Korea back in October. And so I spent some time out there reconnecting with my little birds. And I've heard things, but none of this is valid. None of this could ever be true. It's just hearsay. But let's just say that if a system, a blockchain, a cryptocurrency, a foundation like Icon were to integrate with a browser or were to integrate with search, our search system or search company, that would be a really powerful, let's just say, tool that the public could use and leverage identity to make sure that when they go and experience the web, that they control what is seen from them. They control what is taken from them, and it's on a blockchain. So I'm not saying if or anything, but let's just say I might have heard from a little bird, that would be a really cool idea if it happened. It's great to see that there's a lot of potential for expansion here, and I'm really excited for the future of Icon for sure.
Icon is officially disrupting paper diplomas and demonstrating that not even a virus can stop blockchain. Given the threat of the coronavirus, Post-Tech University has given students the option to get their diplomas online. Over 800 new graduates will receive an email with a QR code linked to their blockchain stored diploma. The diplomas are created by Icon Loop's blockchain-based certification service, Proof. The service allows users to issue, manage, and view online certificates via Icon's blockchain. This is just the beginning. There are billions of paper-based educational credentials in the world today. Just imagine the amount of ICX transaction fees generated every time colleges issue a certificate on Icon's blockchain. We all know that Icon has been killing it, but did you know that one of Icon's dApps has been gaining major traction in South Korea? It's a well-known fact that karaoke is one of South Korea's favorite pastimes. Somsing is a blockchain-based mobile karaoke dApp. It runs on Icon's blockchain and it allows people to earn rewards for contributing karaoke content to the ecosystem. The dApp is seeing impressive user growth and is now being promoted by a popular K-pop group, G-Friend, with over 1 million Twitter followers. It's great to see an Icon-based dApp gaining mainstream usage. Thank you for watching this episode of iconTV. Make sure you subscribe and like this video. And if you're an ICONist, make sure you show your support and vote for Mineable P-Rep. Every vote counts. See you next time. Mineable out.